I hope you're having an amazing day. My name is Colin, and in this episode 2 of Crypto Insights, my favorite Degen in the world. Everybody knows him on Twitter as Jacoos. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. I assume you have a wealth of crypto knowledge, specifically on the Degen side, to share with us today.
Me too. I hope I can be satisfy everyone answered. Good.
I'm pretty confident, I remember our conversations from back in the day to very recent that you have a golden touch when it comes to understanding the culture on that side, on the deep end, really deep into the communities, whether it's, memes to gambling to really the culture of NFTs. So let's start with perhaps a small introduction about yourself, and then we can go straight into the Degen side.
Hey, I'm Jacoos. I'm from Italy. I'm 28. I've been in the crypto market from over 3 years, I would say, but 3 strong years where I spend most of my day on a computer. So basically like 15 hours a day, no rest, no Sundays, no Saturdays, straight up here, community side and building my name. That's it.
And what is it that you spend your time on? Let's imagine you're sitting at the computer 15 hours. Well, we know you, which we already discussed before getting on. No vaping, right? But we know you sitting there with your vape. 15 hours is a long time. Lots of things can be done. So, how do you spend your day?
You need to basically stay in the community side and being there, you basically have multiple people talking in different communities and you need to extract from different communities what is going on right now. So you have multiple things during the day that comes up. You need to take one thing from one community, another thing from another, and try to combine all together and find what it's right for today. So what is going on? Do we have a meme? Do we have an NFT? Do we have a new mint? What's the meta? That's what you need. So
Sounds like definitely a full-time job. If you have to keep, I'm just trying to keep aware of like the token side of things. So you're doing basically tokens, subcategory memes, NFTs, airdrops, all of the components
whatever.
combined.
Yeah.
And you say you go into the communities and extract. Probably it's more, let's say, an ongoing conversation. What is your value add in that conversation?
I just give my opinion. So usually we have nothing new coming out right now. It's not like before when we had different things coming out. I remember like the staking when cybercoins came up with the staking system. Everyone was excited about. So that was a new thing. But right now we don't really have new things. So you just need to see where are people looking at. They are looking at the gaming side. They are looking at the AI. What they are looking at. So from there you understand and you just look at the market, how it's going.
And when you say you just give your opinion, why would anybody care about your opinion? No offense.
I mean, nobody cares, but also everyone is like me. Everyone is extracting from another. So on a on a topic, maybe I know more because I work, let's say, in collabs. So I know, hey, this
Mm.
NFT maybe it's gonna do better than the other one because I know the team behind is better than the other one. So
So there
everyone
is
listen to
kind
me.
of a status on things, like, hey, Jacuz, he's the NFT guy, and this other guy, he's the airdrop guy. But still, I assume everybody needs to have a base level of understanding of what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't walk around communities where like we have, let's say, normal people. Like the communities where I hang out are people that are like
What
me.
does that mean? What does that mean, normal people?
Like they spend 2 3 hours a day and they think that that's enough to make money and with free. I don't think it's enough, to be honest. Like if you don't spend at least 10 hours a day, it's
Okay, so
it's
let me
worth it.
ask you, the Degen way of life, what does it take to make money in Web3?
Connect and be part of various communities where they give you the knowledge at the start. Then you start analyzing things. You make mistakes because we all made mistakes. Like I lost an insane amount of money in my life. Everyone I think did in crypto. So by mistake you just learn and you grow. That's the only thing.
And you share that with the community as well?
Yeah, everyone knows how much I lost in a play, and I know many people how much money they lost in their plays. So if someone
How
fumbled
how
Pepe,
do
I know it.
we how do we find these communities, right? So you can imagine, I want to be like Jacoos. Yeah, I want to get into the Degen side of things because it's a little bit more of a roller coaster, right? Definitely the big ups, the big downs, the high risk,
Yeah.
high reward kind of angle. You keep referring to communities. How do I find those?
Most of the time is just by being active. Like you find a good free community because there are a bunch of them. If you being active every day into the single community and you have inside someone else, maybe it's
Where
gonna
do we
notice you.
start?
Twitter.
So apparently, the conversations, the relationships, they happen in these communities that you're referring to. So if I want to make money with crypto, where do I start? Is it Twitter? Is it Discord? Is it Telegram? Where should I go to consume the information to get access to these communities?
So you are, let's say you are brand new to Web3. What do? You create an account on Discord, but you don't have friends, you don't have communities, you have nothing. What do? You
Hmm.
create another account on Twitter. And on Twitter, you search for Web3 communities. You find the first one, you have a link to the Discord, you join, you start
You
hanging
get
out
wrecked.
there. No, maybe not. Maybe do some due diligence before that. But yeah, you find a community that is free. You hang out there. You like it. You don't. Whatever. You change it. You can change as many as you want. There are plenty of free communities. After you spend a lot of time into single communities, people are gonna notice you. People are gonna be like, "Hey, this is Jacoos. This is Colin." Okay, so they remember about you, and if you are constantly there, people are gonna become friendly with you and take you into different communities, like friends and family communities, because there are plenty of those. Like most of the stuff that are being shared are not shared into paid alpha groups or paid groups, are shared into friends and family groups where someone knows
Could you
someone
give
else.
us some, let's say, your top three at the moment favorite communities that might be restricted in terms of access, right? But what are the top three communities to make some money in Web3, according to Jacoos?
Okay, my first one will be Momentum because I'm part of it, and
Mhm.
it's been like 2 years I've been part of it, and I think you have an insane value of that community, and it's a paid alpha group, so it's a token gated one. And then there are two friends and family groups that don't even have a name, to be honest, that I'm part of, and they
It's
just
just called Jacoos Little Degen Army.
no, they have like some weird names, but it's basically like super small groups, like 10 people, 20 people at
Oh,
most.
and is it then, is it still a Discord, or is this like a Discord group chat or a Twitter
No,
chat
no,
thingy?
it's actually a Discord because we like these little groups. They have, let's say, a developer because each one has one of them with bots inside the Discord. So
Hmm.
scans the tokens, scans the NFT, scans the volume, scans the like people what they usually do like for meme coins. Let's say they find a good wallet that is making a lot of money and they track the wallet. So if you have good scans, you know when someone is buying in, how much is buying, and you just follow because sometimes you just need to
Okay, so
follow.
so let's repeat that. So how to find the next $1 million meme coin? How does the process work?
So first you need to find good wallet, good smart wallets. Okay. Once you start tracking them and you see how they play with these tokens, because usually they make a bunch of money even before you start aping into the first one, you
And that's why
analyze.
they're called smart wallets.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you start analyzing those wallets, and you might not follow the few entries they did before, and then you start understanding when they start entering the meme coins, looking at the chart, and you can start following their lead. Basically, you don't need to
And
to
when
be
you
an expert.
say entering the meme coins, it means when they buy the actual
Yes,
tokens.
yes.
Okay. Because for me, obviously, I'm speaking for the audience, it sounds very complicated technically. So, substance wise, basically, you connect yourself in a community. These guys get pulled into a separate community because now you're friends, right? There's some
Yes.
technical guy that basically screens all the tokens on chain, and a couple times a day he might offer you recommendations for new tokens, and then it's up to you to either participate, sometimes get wrecked, sometimes go to the moon, and find the balance in terms of what you like and what actually has substance.
I don't really follow like calls in meme coins because I don't really like. the thing that someone is gonna shield to you a meme coin, it looks too bad to me on my eyes. So
Okay.
I always want to do like my own decision. If I like a meme coin, I'm just gonna ape. If I don't like it, even if it's the next Pepe, I'm not gonna do it. That's
And when you
just
say I'm just gonna ape, what does that mean?
if I like my meme coin, I think it can run. I just enter, even if it's at the all-time high or at the all-time lows. I just join, like I buy
All
in.
right. So when you buy in, when you ape into these tokens, yeah, I love it. When you say I'm just ape into it, I'm like, oh, I never heard that language unless I speak with Degens. Okay, we ape into a token together. What kind of money are we talking? Like it's on Solana. Is it like one sol? Is that like a good amount, which is like, I don't know, $250? Or is it like, are we doing 10 sol? What kind of risk do we want to take?
Depends on the market cap we are entering at. I mean, if we're
Okay.
entering,
Walk me through it. So you said when I see a good, nice project that you like, what are some indicators that would define what you like in a meme coin?
so let's start like this. Let's say I don't ape tokens under 1 million right now.
Why
I'm not
not?
touching because I'm not touching it anymore. It's too risky. You can
Okay.
lose your money in seconds. That's the
Why
point.
is that?
Because there are people that are basically pump and dumping stuff, like small groups with a lot of money that they pump, they run it up the token, and they dump on you straight away when you buy in. So there's no point.
And when you say 1 million, is that market cap, FDV, or liquidity?
Market cap.
Market
Odd.
cap. Okay, so when we're talking 1 million market cap and below, that is the ultra degen space, right? Because when I
Yeah,
refer to meme coins, I take into consideration a meme coin on my level, which is 20 million market cap and up, right? But you're already like 1 million, and then you're even referring to below 1 million, which is, I agree, the rug pull kind of like guarantee zone, perhaps.
we have right now the tools to work with to at least understand if it's a rug or not. Like
Okay, so tell me some of these tools. So to identify a rug pull on meme coins, what type of tools would we use?
right now you have Photon, let's say. It's
Okay.
it's an app on the web, a website that creates a wallet for you. You deposit money and you can screen the tokens, and it's really good. I really like it, and it's on every chain because you have it on every chain, and it basically ticks you on the side. You can see no honeypot. Liquidity is, let's say, 1 out of 10. You have like scores for the meme coin that can give you a basic knowledge of where are you putting money on.
And are these free tools or paid tools?
These are free tools, like for registering and even to buy in. They basically make money when you sell the token. So they take I think it's 1% of the token.
Oh, I think that's
Once you sell.
fine, right?
Yeah.
Specifically if you're on the degen side. Okay, so circling back, you said no coins, no meme coins below a 1 million market cap,
There
right?
are exceptions though. I
Oh,
wasn't
here we
thinking
go.
of that.
Here we go. And what would an exception be?
I mean, we saw the pump.fun meta coming up a few months ago, if you remember, when
Hmm.
pump.fun launched, and we had an insane amount of people running up this token with Ansem as well. The guy that
Yep.
is basically the meme
Yeah.
guy. Everyone is talking about him. Everyone or hates him or loves him because he moves
Right.
the market. That's the point. He actually moves the market with a tweet. So with Pump Fund, you can put your money into this coin that are launched on the web app, and you put in money at below 25K market cap if you want to. So
So
it's
if you would have a market cap of 25K, which I assume liquidity at like 5K or 2K, if I buy one Solana, it's going to pump like crazy.
yeah, exactly. So you have multiple bots even in the app right now, like working basically. So how it works, the app is you have the homepage where you see every token created every second. Okay, and it basically scrolls so fast for how many tokens are created. Like it's insane.
And
If
how
you
many
try
tokens are being created? Are we talking hundreds an hour or?
more, we're talking like 1,000 an hour. I think we're talking like 10,000 an hour, something like
And
that.
this is only possible because of how easy it is to use pump fund.
Exactly. Yeah, it's so easy.
Okay.
I mean, everyone can create a coin. I can do it right now in live if you want to. It takes really 5 seconds. You just add a profile picture to it, pay zero point zero 0.01 Sol, I think. It's like $2, and it creates the pump fund.
And it's
So
live. That's crazy. Well, I mean, that's perhaps development on the meme coin side of things, right? So there are exceptions when you want to be the ultimate degen to participate in below 1 mil market cap. But what are some other indicators? Do we look at following, branding, or don't we take these things even into consideration?
right now, I'm actually too old for this stuff. Like for meme coins, it's reaching too much on TikTok, and I'm not really familiar on TikTok. Like I I have a few friends into the friends and family group that they are younger than me. We're talking about 18, 19, and they really understand so much about this culture about meme because everything is born on TikTok right now. So it's crazy.
That's the origin of where the hype starts, TikTok.
Yeah, because most of the memes are shared on TikTok, not anymore on Instagram. Like we are probably me and you from Instagram side, like our age was
I'm
Instagram,
old. I'm
Facebook.
from the LinkedIn side.
But yeah,
TikTok, yeah, okay.
they just spend the whole day on TikTok, these guys, finding the new meme.
And so, what are we actually looking at? Is that like education, or is it just a circle of shillers in basically a circular loop?
Uh, Obviously, there are circle of loop, like where one information goes to another, then to another. It's it's crazy. Like it spreads so fast once they know a coin is gonna do well that in if you don't buy in the first 5 minutes, you already know you missed the train because that's how it is. You see the coin like pumping volume, insane. Like I remember the one from Ansem. It did, I think. I put 1 Sol when they told it to me too, and I was like, "What did happen with Ansem?" He tweeted about something, so he created a pump fund. It launched on Radium. I put 1 Sol between pump fund and Radium, and it went to 50 Sol in probably like 5 minutes. So imagine, in 5 minutes, you 50x your
Printing.
money. It's crazy, but it's the volume that is insane.
Yeah. What do you think? Of course, the celebrity meme coins have a very bad reputation, right? So let me ask you, is there money to be made with celebrity meme coins? Taking, for example, Iggy Azalea's mother token into consideration as a meme coin.
I don't really like celebrities meme coins. Let's start from that because what I see, like with normal meme coins, you are basically attracting already Web3 people that they have, we say a basic knowledge of what they're doing. When a
Right.
celebrity joins the meme coin, you basically put in the money or risk of people who have no idea what they're buying into because you are shilling
Hmm.
to a Web2 audience where they have no idea, having no idea, even if you put $100, 99.9% they are losing money because they can't predict the token is gonna do 1,000x or 50%. They don't know. That's the truth.
So you would say more from an ethical equation that is perhaps less desirable.
Yes, I don't think it's fair.
Fair
I,
enough. I mean, interesting remark coming from a degen, but I'll
no,
take it. I
I
think
wouldn't do it. I mean, and the same thing, and the same thing is Elon Musk pumping Dogecoin. I don't think it's right, to be honest.
everybody obviously can have their opinion. Now, my question would be, if you know influencers or top level world famous people like Elon Musk are getting involved in tokens, would you buy into the token and reap the benefits, or would you pass?
I would get the benefits. I mean,
You would get the benefits. It's a
yeah,
difficult one because, at the end of the day, if you look at liquidity in tokens, it's PvP, right? For you to win, somebody else needs to lose. That's how it works, right? And that's why I think it's an interesting remark that there's still an ethical dilemma, and there always will be, right? But at the same time, if we got to throw somebody under the bus, definitely not me, right? That's usually like the angle that people are coming from.
I mean, if it's not me, it's gonna be someone else. So I might be the
Yeah.
one
So
taking
so
the profit
so
for you.
better someone else.
Yeah.
Oh well. It depends, yeah, definitely how these things progress. Now, if we look at the mother token, have you followed it?
Uh,
Because it
like,
came on my radar because Token 2049, the event that they hosted.
no, what are we talking about? Like, which
It's like
one?
Iggy Azalea's meme coin, but there's actually proper follow through on it in terms of like that. It appears there's some utility coming. It's going to be tied to a casino, which is one of your other favorite things, right? There's some substance coming to what originally was supposed to be a meme coin.
I don't really follow it because I'm starting to be less vegan lately. I'm trying to after I
Try
got rugged. Yeah, I'm trying to stay
it.
away. At least trying to like build up a portfolio better than before when it was super unhealthy because I was holding 50% meme, 50% NFTs, and that's not healthy for a portfolio.
Right.
So I'm
Right.
trying
So
to.
what is it that you are like? Are you done with the memes, or are you more, let's say, opposed to the risk that the memes bring? Like, why did you make that choice to diversify your portfolio?
I'm trying to. If I want to put money into a meme, it needs to be like an established meme. So we're talking about the ones that are recognized by everyone. Let's say Need, let's say NIB, Pepe, uh, right now Modeng. It's going crazy, and
Oh
it
yeah,
looks,
yeah.
yeah, it looks like it's gonna be like the next one. Like if it follows like the track of,
It's that little hippo thing, yeah, out of the
yeah.
zoo. Very cute. Yeah, yeah. I've seen the narrative. Let me ask you this. When we look at the future of meme coins, we obviously seen when base, so Blast had the traction, right? Originally earlier this year with their, farming, all that. There were some meme coins there. Then the meme coins moved to base. They got user base traction, increase on TPS. Then, of course, Solana was evergreen for the memes. It was always strong and has become stronger. Recently, this week, Sui is now the home to the next bunch of memes. What do you think about the continuous chain shifts and the chasing of narratives?
So there is someone for sure that it's creating this narrative. Like it doesn't, it comes from someone. So I feel like there is a group behind all of this, or maybe multiple group, multiple people with liquidity that they just move the tokens up in a different chains. And after every meme coiner is looking around for the next big hit, sees a big up on one token, it goes into another chain straight away. Like
So it
that's
sounds like a bit of a conspiracy, but it would make sense infrastructure wise to be able to pull that off. So, does that mean if you're saying the end goal from somebody participating in some meme coins is to participate in the next meme coin? Does that mean that at the end of the day, all the meme coins will go to zero?
99.9% yes.
Why?
Because at one point people are like, it's really hard to find a different utility to me to meme coins except the the euphoria around it. Like I feel like every token is sustained by euphoria. That's the only thing that sustains the token because you have nothing else behind. What is a PFP? Like, let's be real.
Well, let me ask you, what would we define as Web3 culture? Because we hear that a lot, meme coins are culture. I see big podcasts, I see it in my Twitter feed all the time. What would you describe as culture when it comes to these meme coins?
I don't see that culture to be honest. I see it as another way to make money and another way to lose all your money like insanely fast. That's how I see.
So, what are the risks then in that case? Because, of course, everybody highlights the benefits, the pros, the money that you can make with meme coins. What are the main risks when it comes to trading crypto meme coin tokens?
So we are talking by to a high volatility tokens where you can really lose half of your money in matter of seconds. You just time the a bad entry into that token and you're losing 50% into one candle. There's nothing you can do. There are
Why is it that these tokens have these type of candles?
Oh, because once they create the tokens, most of the time they just send out like a different portion of the token airdrop to multiple wallets. Like even the developer, we have seen multiple developers selling all their stock into a single candle. Like they don't care. No one knows who they are. So,
So you would say there's a large portion of insider trading happening on these meme coins?
oh yes, definitely. Like
Previously, you addressed these tools. Do they help in preventing scanning for these vulnerabilities?
they give some help. They don't prevent it. I mean, you need to be looking on chain on what happened with the token. Like, because let's say Photon is telling you that only, let's say, 20% of the token is given to the top 10% holder. But what if the 10 wallets are all belonging to the same developer wallet and he just spread it out? You don't really know if you don't check on chain, right? So at one point, he's gonna just like run one contract, send back all the money, and dump everything in one candle, and you don't even know how it happened because it takes
And then we
seconds.
would classify that as a rug, right? If it
Depends.
significantly moves the market like 60, 80%, everybody panic sells and it's the end of the project. That would be like the rug component.
I mean, we have seen some community takeover that did pretty well, like in the past. I don't remember right now any name, but we have seen multiple community takeover. Like on Blast, the first one on Blast, if you remember, it was the first token, the first meme on Blast. The developers sold, I think, at a 100K market cap, but it was
Was it
nothing.
Pac Moon or no?
No. Pac-Man was actually one of the only one with the utility, maybe. Like they built
Yeah, that
something.
was the only one I followed in that market. No, I think it's interesting overall, like how the dynamics, because when I look at these meme coins, obviously I'm quick to judge because I tend to work with real projects, right? With real substance. Now, it does intrigue me to understand what it is apart from the financial gain and the financial incentive on these tokens. To get a deeper understanding of the components involved, what to look out for, what the opportunities are, and specifically the risk to reward ratio, perhaps, of what can be obtained with these meme coins. Now, apart from the memes, you said you like to dabble in NFTs, other airdrop components. What is it that Degen side of, let's say, high risk, high reward? Is it the endorphin? Is it the roller coaster of up and down? Because I would see it as a struggle emotionally, having to go through that, 50% up, 50% down, grinding for months, don't know if you're going to get the airdrop. What is it about this chase that you just love so much?
I feel like it's the same as gambling. Like the feeling is pretty much the same. So what are you doing is playing with your money, and what if sometimes I stop by and I think that even if I lose 50% of my network or even 100% when I got hacked, I wasn't feeling that bad. It's it's something maybe we should talk about because uh, you don't you don't have a really perception of the money once you have the money in crypto. Like you see, I see the money as one ETH. One ETH is one ETH. It's not 2,000 bucks for me. So it's
Mhm.
different. If I lose 10 ETH, okay, it's 20 grand, but I lose 10 ETH. It's different. I don't know. I don't have that perception of money in crypto.
I mean, and that is perhaps what justifies the risk, right? Of course, and this is something that perhaps I have some experience with dealing with founders that raising money, their perhaps lack of perception that, $10 is still $10, right? If we're trading thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars on shitcoins, right? But you go to, buy a car and you can see what $10,000 can get you, that is the moment of realization. Or if you buy yourself a nice dinner, right? And you're like, oh, this was $60 and I just spent 60 grand on meme coins, right? Then the relative comparison comes in. Now, would you say not making that comparison is just because that's the person you are? Or are you afraid that if you would make that comparison, you wouldn't go after the meme coins anymore? Or you would get like depressed?
I'll probably get depressed because uh, what is I'm trying to change in my lifestyle as well is as before, I was treating myself as I'm poor, but meanwhile buying $1,000 NFT, and I was like, oh, I'm poor tonight. No, I'm not going to let's say $100 dinner. I'm going to eat a pizza instead, $20, because I can't afford $1,000. But it's not real. Like we had this misconception of how money is working in crypto and how much we're spending actually. Because I remember back in the days, like 2021, we were spending like $200-300 for minting an NFT in gas fee only. I don't know if you remember, but I was buying every NFT was coming
Well,
out.
if you look at, I think the other side, right? The NFTs were 1 or 2 ETH, and the gas was 1 ETH.
Yeah.
When that minted, it was very crazy, definitely.
What was the problem? Let's drop 4K into gas fee, let's give it to a miner.
And then we're saying we don't want to use the banks anymore because they charge like $2 to do a transaction, but we're spending $4,000 in trying to push something through because we want it really bad. Yeah,
So
very interesting.
so yeah, it's a misconception of the money that we have in Web3, and I think a lot of people have, and it's not just me, because how can someone explain me drop, let's say, 100 Solana into a meme coin at 100K market cap? Like, you need to be crazy. You either need to be
Yeah,
crazy,
there needs to be that Degen inside of you,
you
I
don't have the
assume,
perception
to
of the
be able
money.
to make that move.
You don't have the
Fair enough.
perception of the money. Or you,
Jacoos, what would be your biggest lesson that you would like people that want to get into meme coins? Not only a disclaimer, but perhaps a voice of confidence. What would you tell them for people that are trying to live that Degen life?
don't listen to anyone. Do your research all the time and try to understand where you're putting your money in and try to give value of the money you're putting in. And give yourself some sort of stop loss. Like, don't let it go to zero. So,
And on the other side, don't get too
take
euphoric, perhaps.
that.
Take some profits
Take that.
while you're at it. All right. Amazing. I think your wise lessons, specifically on a side that is not often discussed, will bring tremendous insights. I appreciate your time as always, and I hope to host you again sometimes in the future. Jacoos has been a real degen, like how we like to see it.
Thank you, Colin. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much. Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Cheers.